Good evening, everyone. Cobalt here. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is doing well. I am doing okay. It is Tuesday. My sense of time this week is all weird because of the long weekend. It's like it's Monday today. It's Wednesday today. Maybe it's Friday today. I don't know. Congratulations on the first year. Yoink. Not. I'm rage. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully things will get better. Hopefully it's not like a huge issue. And if it is, I'm sorry. So, today we are playing some Slay the Princess. It's a horror game and not intended for all audiences. Oh no. I mean, we could look at the full list of content warnings, but I want to be surprised. Now, the real question is, it's apparently point and click, so am I going to need to use my mouse and keyboard for this? I don't know. I was going to use the controller. The controller is currently sitting right in front of me. But I have no idea if that is actually going to be a thing or not. So we'll find out. And what is the icon? What is that? Is it a finger? Is that what it's supposed to be? I think it's a finger. Can you guys not see it? Oh, maybe you can't. Okay. Good to know. Oh, I don't need to do that, thank you. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I thought it said it was a horror story. Make up your mind. I don't know a ton about this other than I know that there's an achievement you get for taking one path early. That's about all I know. Not actually rage, just one of those days where you like drop your keys off at the door after a hard day of work. I get ya. You know, hopefully you have some time to relax tonight. You know, can just like curl up in a ball and be like, I'm just gonna melt. Just gonna melt. To not think and just relax. And congratulations on the second, Luna. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. As I said earlier, I hope you have a safe travel, safe journey back home. But yeah, let's keep going. All right, so we're on the title screen now. I did boot this up in the middle of the day to be like, let's just configure everything. But that's all I've done. I have no idea where we're gonna go from here. The princess is chained up in the dungeon. We have to save her because we are, you know, we're a knight, and that's the rules. Actually, hold on. Before we do this, because there's like a new version, right? Is that out yet? Free upgrade to the game. Coming 2024. Is it out? I'm not seeing that it's out. It's a free upgrade, so hypothetically I should have it if it's out. Announcement trailer. Hold on, better idea. Oh, cool. We get a jump scare if we stay on the title page for too long. That's fun. One second, I'm gonna mute this. And I just want to see if Pristine Cut is out yet. Coming in 2024, if I click on Slay the Princess, there's a collector's edition. There's also a monochromic time loops bundle that it's part of. Oh, In Stars and Time is the other one. Who mentioned that? I think somebody mentioned In Stars and Time. And it seemed interesting. I may have to check it out at some point. Oh, things are getting really spooky. Just staying on the, Okay, pre-order was, or the art of the Slay the Princess was up for pre-order. I don't think it's out yet. Okay, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I was worried there for a second. I'm like, wait, did I not get something I needed to? Free update to Slay the Princess. So the game we're playing right now. But it doesn't seem to be out yet. And if it was out, presumably it would just be like a straight up update on Steam. So I don't think I would need to re-download anything. But shall we get going? Let's get going. New game, guys. Are you ready? Let's see how messed up things are gonna get. I mean, this is a love story, so it's fine. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, and the princess is stuck in the cabin. We need to rescue her. Got it.
You're here to slay her.
Hey.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So what I'm getting is that the narrator is the villain here. I mean, really, who has read a fairy tale story where you have to slay the princess? Come on. Doesn't make sense. No, no. Explore. The end of the world. What are you talking about? Explore. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Explore. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Explore. Can someone else do this? Explore. Forget it. I'm not doing this. Explore. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Explore. Do I get some kind of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin. Turn around and leave. I mean, lots of interesting options here. We could just leave. I'm curious though. Let's say, have you considered that the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Are we really?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
That's not... I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. She could be dangerous, and locking her up could make her more dangerous, right? You know, maybe she has magic powers. That would make her dangerous. But then, like, you know, locking her up, isolating her from the world is what makes her violent. Makes her dangerous in a more direct, imminent sense, as opposed to just a theoretical sense. Hello? Wait, what did I do?
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay, sure, narrator.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
I don't believe you.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
I'm still not sure I believe them.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, end of the world, what are we talking about here?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I'm not sure, because again, no more birds and no more trees. I think there would be devastating ecological consequences from that. The no more people would maybe stem from that. How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics.
I kind of want to, man.
Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important
I mean, I don't know why I'm on the path.
If you made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
Maybe.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses...
Yeah, but there's political implications to slaying a princess that there may not be for slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress. The value to society maybe doesn't matter as much as the political implications. Like, am I being used as a cat's paw here? If I slay the princess, are like, you know, 4 other guys gonna just pop up and be like, he's the one who kidnapped the princess, let's kill him? Because that doesn't sound good. Let's say, can't someone else do this? I'll say, look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her. If she's bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Let's do this.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies.
Oh.
The more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I mean, so you say.
And every one of us is doomed.
I mean, what about your honeyed words?
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I think I will do that. Thank you, narrator.
Make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Okay, so the voice of the hero and the voice of the narrator are the same, I think? Or I just can't recognize the difference.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Then why is she in just a random cabin?
The cabin is almost entirely bare.
Why is there a knife there waiting for me?
Musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to.
Again, why is the blade just waiting here? This seems very suspicious, guys. I'm gonna take the blade just because I might need it later.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without
Is the blade magic? Enter the basement. Or have I already committed to killing her by taking the blade?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Narrator, you're being a little pushy here, man.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I mean, she is the princess. Nobody else is in here, so I suppose by default she would be in charge of the basement.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Let's just continue down the stairs silently right now.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far
If she's so dangerous, why is a regular chain keeping her locked up?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Okay, it looks like there's like some heat distortion on the like the window on the iron bars that are keeping her locked in on the window. Interesting.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Or something. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nah, haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Let's say I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat.
I don't trust dropping the knife right now.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
Voice of the hero. I don't know, should we listen to him, or is he also an idiot?
Don't you dare.
Okay, no, the voice is different, I think.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm curious what's gonna end up... Like, I feel like the narrator and the hero are both... Are they separate individuals? Are they both voices in my head? Drop it, tighten your grip. I do just want to talk, but I don't want to drop it. It'd be like, there was an option. It's like, I'm just going to hold on to this for now. But I don't like tighten your grip. It shows more resolve on that front than I maybe want. I'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Now let's talk.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment.
Oh, don't step forward.
Step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
Are we gonna get eaten?
Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about...
Are we gonna forget about the blade on the floor?
You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, just because something starts out awkward doesn't mean that it can't end well. Explore, yeah, it's pretty awkward. Explore, a relationship. Are you coming on to me? Explore, how would I get you out of here? Explore, I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. Explore, there's people out there who think you're gonna end the world. What do you have to say about that? Explore, what's your name? Explore, how long have you been down here? Explore, do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. I'm gonna just say, hey, what's your name? That's a good start to the conversation.
She hesitates before answering.
Why did she hesitate?
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
I mean, narrator's not wrong on that. Do I have a... Can I push? Is there an option to push? Oh, fine. I guess I can't push for her name. Let's say, how long have you been down here?
Too long.
Give me some detail to work with here, princess.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. Fine, let's go with that. Let's just be honest.
Don't just tell her that.
I'm just gonna tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I think, eh?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Okay.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
I mean, she's not wrong. The narrator didn't tell us. Deflect. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? Let's see. I'm not gonna say that we haven't been told the information yet. Let's deflect.
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Maybe.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
You could answer it anyway, though.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Sure, but I don't trust anybody right now. I don't trust you, I don't trust the narrator, I don't trust the voice of the hero.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
I mean, she's not wrong.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you, either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
I mean, the fact that you say killing each other.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
True.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
But nobody's word is worth anything here. I don't have the context. Nobody is giving me a straight answer. See, if the narrator had given me a straight answer, maybe I'd be more willing to trust him. If the princess was giving me a straight answer, maybe I'd be more willing to trust her. She didn't even give me her name.
Like I said, It's all about trust. Blind trust.
I'm not sure I believe in blind trust, Princess.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Why is clearly in italics? That seems suspicious.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Okay, let's just ask. I know the narrator isn't gonna like it, but let's ask, how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't.
I'm just asking. We're asking questions, narrator.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
I mean, if I was afraid that the princess was gonna, you know, destroy the world, I wouldn't leave a key around here.
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Oh? Are you saying cut off your arm, or are you saying pick the lock?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
You know, let's explore a relationship. Are you coming on to me? It's a really awkward phrasing, but, you know, we'll ask the questions.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I feel like relationship is a bit of a strong term here. Like, technically, I guess it's true, but, you know, colloquially, I don't think it is so much, so... Yeah, whatever. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I wonder if we should just kill her the first go round. I know there's an achievement for it. You know, let's just do it for shits and giggles. Slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Oh, cool. We've already lost because we talked to her.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Cool.
We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones.
Oh, wait. I look like a monster. Cool.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely.
Okay, so we've lost the first playthrough.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's
So
left
what
of
happens if
your
we
life
don't talk
out
to
of
her
your
and kill her?
arms. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wait, do we need to add the death counter? We could. It'd be funny. If only I had it set up. Wait, chapter 2, the tower. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. So
You're here to slay her. If you
are we gonna react like we know this has happened? It said it was chapter 2. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
It's not, narrator.
Doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Voice of the broken, we're not the hero anymore.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
There's more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure the whole thing has literally just happened.
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
I'm not sure that's true, narrator. But let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really already has happened. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Please indulge me.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yeah.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen.
I mean, I kind of did listen to you, to some extent.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Okay.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last
Is she gonna remember?
didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
I mean, if she remembers, it's not consequence-free.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I suppose, from our point of view, does it matter?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I mean, unless I can go back to the world that just came from it, it literally doesn't matter. Everyone's dead, I guess.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Maybe.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin.
So I think I've heard that there's 3 loops in this. So this one I'm gonna try to kill her, and then the third one I'm just gonna leave.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Okay. Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
She killed me last time around. She's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? Who locked her in the basement? What is that place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the
Who?
woods.
What people? You're being very vague.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Is she just a princess? Or is she not a princess because we've locked her up and we've given her the role of the monster?
Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Oh, wait, voice of the broken, voice of the hero. Oh, we've got an extra voice in our head now.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Fascinating.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
I don't feel special. I think he's lying to us.
Doing this. Call it a prophecy.
Then this is a fairy tale, so maybe it is a prophecy.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Special?
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I don't know.
Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
Alright. You're being awfully cagey. What aren't you telling me?
Everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I don't know why, but it kind of looks like the hills have eyes. I know it's like a shading thing, but I feel like there's closed eyes that the hills are made of. And you know, the tree branches, they kind of look a little bit like eyelashes. I'm a little worried that's going to be something that's going to happen later.
The less you know about her, the better.
How do I make sure it doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay, I guess I'll try.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I'll proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, what's up?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
I wonder if we die again, are we gonna get two voices of the broken in our head? Proceed into the cabin.
I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the
Wait,
cabin is
it's
larger
different.
and more
Why is it
grandiose than
different?
its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Oh. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. The whole cabin is different than last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I don't know. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I'm
There's
concerned.
Definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad.
I really want to see what we look like in the mirror.
We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror.
I love that
So no
the
one has to
narrator
worry
just
about
doesn't know about the
finding a
mirror.
grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Probably.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. There's a mirror.
As do I. And yeah, there is. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do?
I don't
Did you
know.
waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
Maybe. I'm gonna take the blade first and then approach the mirror.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
That's true. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
And we don't see... Are we not seeing our reflection here? Interesting. Wipe the mirror clean. Oh, we have to wipe the mirror clean. Let's do it.
You reach forward and rub your hand against
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera.
We're a horrifying monster man. Let's go. Who doesn't want to be a horrifying monster man?
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Listen, I saw the arm. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall.
Oh my goodness, I'm afraid.
Drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
I don't feel like I should feel at ease.
This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Ooh, booming voice this time.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
I feel like seeing her is going to be a problem.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
I don't know. I'm
It
worried.
doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next.
Are we a horrific goblin
To
man?
the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you,
Oh.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass
Oh, yep,
window.
she's leveled up.
Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do.
I still want to try to slay the princess here.
Pointless to resist her.
Because we didn't do it the first go round. Maybe we can do it the second time.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Uh-oh. She remembers the time loop.
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Tighten your grip.
As if on command, the blade
Oh,
slips
no,
from
we
the
can't. We
blast.
can't do it now.
It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Uh-oh.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Uh-oh. No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
Okay, well, I guess we should have slayed the princess on the first go.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me
Huh.
since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Okay, so she's gonna end the world.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me.
Alright.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
This is a problem.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird.
Okay, you know what? We can be free in the third loop. We'll just leave.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson.
Gotta get back to the start of the time loop.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
That's true.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he?
I wonder if she can hear our conversation with the narrator.
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
I mean, I committed to tightening my grip on the knife. And we dropped it anyway. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. What do we have? What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to. You can be whatever you want to be. I have questions for you before I decide anything. What happened to you after I died? Not gonna help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. I'm gonna say what happened to you after I died.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Okay. What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
I probably shouldn't be talking to her, but I'm just so curious. If you're so powerful, what, can't you break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
It's true, always ask questions.
That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to.
I mean, I don't agree with her on that.
Even worthy of what I was.
I mean, assuming she's what I was the princess, then the story of the princess freeing herself and going on a revenge spree against the people who imprisoned her, that's a pretty good story. So I disagree with her on that front, I think.
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world.
I mean, that is a good story too, I guess, but it's a different type of story.
And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn. A better dawn.
I mean, listen, if your voice has a reverb like that, I'm not sure I can trust your opinion on what a better dawn is. You know, unless of course you're adding the reverb for karaoke purposes. In which case, then, yeah. I mean, who doesn't like karaoke, am I right? I wonder, should I go and set, Should I go and set... Nah, I was gonna set the reverb on for karaoke, but I don't need to. We won't do that. We're not gonna sing.
Submit now. Submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Okay. Let's just say just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be, which probably is going to give her more ideas. Terrible ideas. But great ideas? Question mark?
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I'm not going to help you end the world.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
I mean, do I have any betters?
Pick up that needle.
What needle?
Do it. It's what.
No, shut up, voice of the broken. There's no needle in here. There's a knife.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses.
Listen, if we're gonna end up killing ourselves here, we will
like an unseen puppeteer.
we will just walk away the third time. Sure, we'll probably die when the universe explodes, but we may need to get back to the very start of the time loop and kill her in the first go. Wait, what? Explore why? What are you gonna make me do with it? I'm gonna kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. Pick up the blade. Well, the only option we have is pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
That's true. I hate you. I hate you so much, all of you. Stop making me do things. I'm gonna kneel here forever. Stand.
Feel a creaking tension between
To be fair, from the perspective, we're like the size of her foot right now, so
forced into an unhappy truce.
you know, this is concerning.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
I guess.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Okay.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Oh no. I mean, to be fair, I thought this was what was going to happen. Do we have enough will points to not?
What?
What?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this.
Oh, we'll end this alright.
Okay, so second time around we're dead.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unfair language.
Okay, narrator, that is kind of funny. Slay yourself, resist, slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
Oof, that doesn't sound fun.
I'm sorry.
Don't! As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
Narrator, you're not really helping us here.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh
Ooh,
orifice.
I mean, we'll probably go down pretty quick from that. Lungs will collapse.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Okay.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to
Throw the knife at her.
It's what she wants.
you. Heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade
Ooh.
still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god.
I mean, depending on what sort of story it is, that would be a great story. A wounded little bird killing a god.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Slay yourself, push forward, slay the princess. You know what? I'm not listening to you. I'm gonna try again.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
Yeah, okay. That's gross.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
Had this recurring nightmare before. Ooh. Listen, we can still get her. We can still get her.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
I mean, you know, occasionally there's a monster that shows up in your dreams, and what you gotta do is you gotta go for the eye, even if it's strangling you. I mean, I woke up, so I guess, you know, gouging out its eyes with my fingers must have been enough.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet. Your
That will
chest
probably
heaving
bleed out
as your
here.
blood pools in the crevices of
Hopefully the
stone
time
floor.
loop will pick us up again, and then we're just gonna leave.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
I mean, like, proportionately, how tall is she? Is she like 8 feet tall? Like, she looks giant. It might be that we're tiny, but...
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
I guess?
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
No, defiant spirit, baby.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
No.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start.
It's
of all
true.
this.
I kind of agree with the voice of the hero.
At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows.
I
you
think the
have
narrator's wrong. I think we're gonna take a stab at her and she's just gonna crush us.
before it's too late.
I'm yours. Pledge yourself to her. I said no. Resist. Slay the princess. Why do we not have that option? Why are they offering options that we don't have access to yet? Hold on, I'm curious. Do we have anything? No. Slay the princess.
No.
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
Hey, we got her.
Freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Okay, so she is a giant here. Like, look at that. Her feet. Her foot is like the length of our arm.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Alright.
As you find your target,
Oh, she looks horrifying.
laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once.
Beach, you say, apparently.
Your blade cuts her flesh.
Listen, you know, she is a giant, so, that's sometimes all we can go for. Is stab at the feet.
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
Listen, you know, I'm hoping that this game won't awaken anything in me.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to...
No, it's definitely too late to pick up the pieces. We're not begging for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me.
Listen, you shouldn't be calling me a wounded bird.
You worm, you defiler. You don't know the consequences of your arrogance.
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
I mean, sometimes we have to wound a god, right?
As your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
Okay.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable
Hey,
to
we
even
both
see
died.
what
Let's
she's done
go.
to you.
This has probably made things worse for everybody.
Her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror
Eh,
and disgust.
you know, we'll go together. I'll see you in hell.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
We can do.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
We're monsters. You haven't been help at all.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated.
Yeah, well, you're explicitly the voice of the broken, so we shouldn't listen to you at all.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
Alright.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
I thought we were supposed to get a happy ending, but I guess not.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something. I guess.
I guess. Our final thoughts are, I guess.
Feel about it. It's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Fury. We're just leaving at this point. I'm out of here. Moaning and sobbing. Oh, well, everything is horrifying.
Okay, what the hell is that?
Continued sobbing. I love that the voice of the Broken's like, yeah, everything's screwed up. Hey, I was right about the forest being kind of evil, but it didn't open into eyes.
I think he's upset.
I think he's upset. Okay, so next time around we'll kill her in the first go. I think that's the moral here.
And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Ooh, voice of the stubborn. Okay, so every time, depending on what we do, we get a different voice. That's interesting. Okay, because we didn't submit, we got the voice of the stubborn. That's fun.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
Are you saying that this, like, you know, this path of flesh and bone and blood isn't beautiful? Come on, voice of the broken, you gotta get your freak on.
You're damn right we did. You'll get over it. Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed.
Yeah,
You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
he did get us killed.
All right, enough chatter. I've got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great. You're listening. You're on a path. At the end of that path
Is the narrator cutting out?
telling us about the princess. Don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Alright.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
Yes, this is different.
This is all different, isn't it?
So why are we in the time loop? Is it because we're the prophesized hero?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
Is the narrator the first voice?
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
Okay.
So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Listen, she killed me the first go-round, and the second go-round. I mean, sure, I tried to kill her first in the first go-round, but still. If we don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else, we hit this point of no return, what happens? No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We may as well see this through. Silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this, bye. Turn around and leave. I kind of want to say I'm done with this, bye. We can do that later, though. Let's explore.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going.
I mean, we do have the voice of the stubborn, though. Maybe we should just go.
Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when it comes to make a choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really got to say anything.
Yeah, well, you're just being whiny.
Shit.
It's true.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly. It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
No, it still counts. You still stabbed us, even if you didn't manage to kill us before we, you know, did a murder-suicide with the princess. You know, it still counted. We still died. We maybe wouldn't have died as badly if you hadn't stabbed us. And congratulations on the third Guardian. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well.
We died.
The voice of the stubborn. I mean, hey, he's right.
You didn't submit to her. For all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me.
Oh, whiny. Hey, I'm working because I'm protecting democracy with friends. Well, I hope that, you are very successful at protecting democracy, and thank you for the lurk. I believe in you. You can do it.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever gonna change.
I feel like that might change.
The second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
I do love that the ground is just rippling. No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. Might as well see this through. I really want to say I'm done with this bye. We may have to do it in a different one. Maybe we'll do it at the start of a loop.
Good, we're all on the same page.
Oh, it's so horrifying.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within.
Again, like the trees look like hands now. Ugh.
End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that that is right. I think she's going to be very mad at us. So we got to kill her before she kills us, you know? Let's do it.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Proceed into the cabin. What does the cabin look like this time?
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken.
Ugh.
A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it
Like, this
continues
castle is gonna be her body.
of writhing nerves and
We will try to kill her.
living meat.
Because, you know, we can do other things later.
That's horrible. You did this.
No, you did this.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal.
Again, why is the blade always there?
On its edge.
And it's on a pulsating pedestal? That doesn't sound
The
good.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
The mirror again, and this time it's blocking the door. You didn't mention the mirror last time either. Why? How are we supposed to get to the basement? There's no door, just a mirror where the door is supposed to be. Take the blade, approach the mirror. Let's ask about the mirror again.
There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening.
It really is, isn't it?
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is broken.
Yeah, that's you.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Take the blade.
Take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
I love the voice of the stubborn. Approach the mirror. Are we gonna see how horrific we are?
The basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Why the mirror?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see? We won't be able to see anything if we smash
I
it.
want to know what we'll see.
Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Okay, voice of the stubborn appears with the voice of the, or agrees with the voice of the broken.
Whatever you want with it, the mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
No, I think the mirror is real. Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges.
I wanted to see what I looked like,
Path ahead.
but I guess not.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness.
Ooh,
Stairs
things are
to the
horrifying.
basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. The high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloomy
I bet we need the voice of the stubborn to do some of those other ones.
numerous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence.
She's gonna look
The tangy
horrifying.
scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Again, why do you keep talking shit about where she lives? Are you saying, like, that just doesn't seem right? It's like, if she lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. That just, it feels weird. It feels uncomfortable.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart?
Yeah.
Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
Hey, Justia, how are you doing tonight? First time I'm late, no worries, no worries. You know, I always appreciate when people show up to stream, but I always understand that, you know, people have their own lives, their own things to do.
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone
Doing good?
any
That's good to hear.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination.
I mean, we did touch her last time. We cut her Achilles tendon and then we stabbed her in the heart. And I mean, sure, she punched through our chest, but she died with us. I don't have my own life. I steal other people's. Oh my goodness. A vampire, Gerb. Gasp.
It's our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
I mean, whatever she is has no effect on what we are. Voice of the broken. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know.
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. And it's why your task is so important.
Alright. Continue down the stairs. Steal lifespan. Become immortal. I mean, hey, you know.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
I know there's definitely some weird life extension technologies that people are researching. And, you know, vampirism is technically one of them.
The chamber's walls are painted in blood.
Oh,
Deep
cool.
sick
Her heart is on the outside now, and her
just
legs
streams
don't
of
have
the
skin.
charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin.
I mean, a tattered dress of her own skin, that's pretty metal.
Its place in her open chest.
Had a great Spire run earlier. Nice. Who were you playing as? What build were you doing? Don't know if it was a build though. Fair, was it just a bunch of random cards that synchronized well together?
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Probably something horrifying.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her
Oh,
chains
defect, nice.
holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist.
Okay, so can she not escape the cuff?
Drips from the place where metal meets flesh. hissing sound.
Ooh, she just tore her own arm off.
It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
Ooh, that's gross. Her skin looks like a glove.
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Oh my goodness. I think I can hear my heart beating. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
Let her in. It's the
Shut up, voice of the broken.
punishment you deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. Only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most
I like
of
the
the
voice of the
work for us.
stubborn. I think he's my favorite voice so far. Tier list of voices is stubborn, hero, and then the broken. Well, I guess do we include the narrator or not? I feel like narrator has to be above the broken then. Given up on destroying the world, have we? What happened to you? Wait, we don't have to do this. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you. Please, just listen to me. I'm gonna end you. Slay the princess. Or just slay the princess without speaking. Let her end you. I don't feel like we have time to talk. Let's slay the princess.
Your heart full of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
A beautiful blaze of glory, guys. I like that.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Oh, neat.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
I was unwound?
Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Why do you feel cold? Oh, she's got more arms. Wait, what happened? Did she just bloop out of existence? True to her word, you did not die by her hand. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
It's the mirror again. What's up with the mirror?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Explorer, I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Approach the mirror. Gonna play the rage game. Well, thank you for the work, Jerb. I hope your gameplay goes well. Let's say I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Why is the mirror awful now?
It's like it's mocking us.
I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious?
The narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
I mean, that's the only option we have, hero, though.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't want to look at us.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do
I mean, it's the only option we have. Sorry. Explore. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. How horrifying are we gonna look? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh, we're kind of horrifying. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay, what do we have? What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity, destroy your body. Let's talk. I feel like destroying our body is probably what we want to do here, but... are you what sent me to destroy the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm a person.
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
Interesting.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I don't know what that means. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I mean, we could be the last survivors of the end of the world. I don't know. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart.
Okay.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
I don't know what's going on here, guys. I'm so confused. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Just like wings of hands, it's kind of terrifying. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Alright. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? What if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess, to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do? What if I don't let you?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
That's kind of an interesting point of view, right? You would normally say that somebody that hasn't lived would be the most afraid to die. Somebody who has lived has no regrets. Because if you haven't lived life to the fullest, you have the regrets. You have the things that you haven't done, the things that you could have done, the things you could have been. But this is kind of flipping that on its head. It's an interesting perspective I haven't really seen before. How many more pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Interesting. I was sent to slay the princess.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely reshape, to remold.
Okay, interesting. You're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Not going back. What if I wait?
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever?
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage?
I think we're getting a little bit too meta here, guys. I feel like she can see us.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Okay, and then it just kills the game. Neat. That's fun. Okay, so if I hold on. And I've got some achievements. I've got the body, it's you, and God Killer, slay your better. So let's spin things back up. I didn't know that they would just kill the game like that.
Returned to me.
Oh, neat.
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
That's fun. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Alright, interesting. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path.
Hey, Will.
through the woods.
Thank you for the raid. How are you doing? Let me give you a shout out. Actually, no, you're a mod. You can shout yourself out. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is doing well. How was the rest of your stream? How was, Manor Lords? I don't want to find. I'll do it myself then, Will. I'll do it myself. Let me give you the shout out. If you guys aren't already following Will, you absolutely should be. He's a great streamer. He's also doing a Streamtember. He's streaming every day this month along with me. And we are going to be playing some Core Keeper together. Hello, Observer Herb. Hello, Lord Caven. How is everybody doing tonight? Will is sleep again, raid. I do hope you can get some sleep, Will. It's important. I suppose I should introduce myself, though, for anybody who doesn't already know me. Hello, everybody. My name is Cobalt. I am a variety VTuber explorer of the Endless Archive, and tonight we are playing Slay the Princess. I am very confused by it right now. But we're doing it. We're making progress. We're probably gonna suffer. Speaking of suffering, I am also streaming every day in September. We play a variety of things around here. Lately we have been playing, what have we been playing? Some Slay the Spire, Slay the Princess. We've been building some Gunpla. Later this week we're gonna play some Horizon Forbidden West, some Stardew Valley, and some Core Keeper, along with some other stuff. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, I hope you enjoy your stay, and if not, I wish you safe journeys wherever the wind may take you. Also, I know that when you raid out for the night, you're often ready to be done, so please make sure you do any post-stream care you need to. Have a stretch, have a hydrate, have a snack, whatever you need, and if you want to hang out, that's completely fine too. And it was good. We had some food problems, so I was getting more fields up and spending so much money on meat. Oh my goodness. Will, have you ever... I know you were talking about fueling the population with drugs earlier so they wouldn't feel hunger. But have you ever considered cannibalism? I'm just throwing it out there as an option. And what did the princess do to deserve this punishment? Well, okay, the first time we went, you know, we hesitated a bit, so she kind of broke our ribs and stomped us to death. The second time, we managed to defy her, and we cut her ankle and then stabbed her in the heart, and then she punched through our rib cage. And then the third time, she kind of just exploded. I don't know, I don't quite know what's going on. I think this time we might just stab her. We might stay silent and just stab her the first go round and see what happens. Maybe we can stop this before before anything goes wrong. Well, we were making charcoal, so they could eat that, right? I'm not sure you can eat the charcoal, Will. I don't think so. I don't trust it. It seems suspicious. Alright, we're back on the path in the woods. And we probably don't remember because the angel, demon, god thing at the end of the world wiped our memory. We will have to see. They won't get poisoned. I suppose that's true. But remember that the charcoal that they have you eat will just suck everything out of you. So if you have anything you want in there, it'll be like, oh, it's going to.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, this time I want to slay her the first time. There's no hesitation. You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab or R1 on the controller. Which one's R1? This one's R1. End of the world. What are we talking about here? We've already had all this dialogue. I'm gonna go with sweet. I've always wanted to offer monarch. Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit.
I love that the narrator's like, hey man, you're cool.
You make your way up. We're not
Yeah.
going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Yeah.
Him. He doesn't know what
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Proceed into the cabin. Boop.
The interior of the blade
Yep.
is your...
Yep. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the
I'm curious if
princess and
slaying the
save world.
princess resets the timeline on the first night. Enter the basement. Otherwise, we're just gonna kill the shit out of her this time.
The door to the basement creaks open,
And then we'll start
revealing
exploring.
a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Again, I love that the narrator's like, listen, this person's house is shit. We should just kill them. Narrator, that's a really, really problematic thing to say, I think. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I wonder if we're gonna get a different voice if we just kill her the first go
To
round.
fool you.
Hi, just checking in. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stairs. We're not gonna say anything.
Still listening to reason.
I do want to see what happens once we, if we just kill her on the first go. If we don't hesitate.
Down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Man, it's like he doesn't
She really a
remember.
threat to the world.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Or something. Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I suspect we're gonna get the stubborn voice, assuming we die here.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
Because we'll fall asleep. I would
If that
never.
knife is the only weapon you have,
How dare I,
you'll
Will?
never get close enough to use it.
I mean,
So,
she's
you
not
should
wrong.
just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can
Sleep
do.
is for the weak. No, I support sleeping. Granted, you know, the easiest place to steal time from if you want more time in the day is of course sleep. But you know, this action may have consequences.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. Slay the princess. Let's slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already.
Oh, she didn't,
sinking
you know,
into her
beat the shit out of me this time. Let's go.
Oh,
Oh,
this is it, isn't it?
I guess so.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
I love that she's just monologuing as she is bleeding out.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Yes, yes I do. We're gonna be done. We did it the first time. We didn't hesitate.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I'll kill you 1,000 times if necessary. That's not true. I'll get bored. But we will explore the other possibilities.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
That's possibly a problem if her belief will affect reality.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Did we win?
But is it over? Really
Hey,
over?
don't hesitate. It's really over. Don't question it. Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. Of course it is. She's dead. I feel like questioning it is going to bring her back to life.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement.
Oh, no, we're going to die.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Nah, we made the right choice.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
No, I don't feel
That's
bad.
greater good.
Guys, do I have a
One of these
problem?
days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
I feel no guilt. Is it because I'm beyond good and evil? Because I don't see these small, minuscule fragments of story as real people, fully self-actualized? I just see them as playthings for my amusement. Is that better, or is that worse? I'll feel bad for you. Oh, you're feeling bad that we killed the princess, Will? Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that you feel bad for her, because I think you were planning on bombing me, so I don't know. I have questions. How's the weather, eh? Well, I do have my keyboard today. Hide crime behind the weather. All right. If you committed a crime, how would you cover it up? Oh, no, don't ever reveal your plots. That's how they find you. You know what yesterday was? What is your favorite weather? Nice weather, eh, officer? Exactly. No, what you do is if the officer asks you that, you say, "Hey, officer, if you killed somebody, how would you cover it up?" And then the officer would be like, "Well, I have a badge and a gun," and you know, nobody questions it. It's like, oh no, and then you're like, "I think I'm in a very dangerous situation. This cop is a serial killer, and is perfect. They never find the bodies under the snow. Bodies, oh bodies. Now the snow melts." Especially with global warming, you know. The amount of time that you can hide a body under the snow is decreasing every year. So let's see, yesterday was a literal how is the weather, which was fun. Talking way up. I mean, sure. But who knows how long that snow is gonna last. Let's do, hey, if you could be an animal. Or sorry, if you were an animal, which animal would you be? Boop. Let's pin that for 20 minutes. I know we had a previous discussion about if you could turn into an animal, but let's say you're permanently an animal in this situation. Which one would you be? Which one would you be? I don't know. I still feel like polar bear or grizzly bear. Maybe grizzly bear. Hibernate for half the year. It sounds delightful. Arctic fox, I want to dive into the snow. That's reasonable. Canada has countless acres of undeveloped land and plenty of places to rent excavation equipment. True, but, you know, getting that excavation equipment up somewhere to the undeveloped land is really maybe part of the problem, right? It's like, you know, when you start getting undeveloped, that also means that you don't necessarily have the roads. A deer? I'm easily confused and frightened, and I become completely irrational when I'm in said state. Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, Will, the funnest thing about being a deer would be at the end shaking your head and then the antlers just popping off, and then you run and you jump into the forest. There's also like the wasting deer disease. You know, prions, they're scary. I feel like the best answer is like, hey, I would like to be like a Labrador for some upper middle class family. You know, that seems like a pretty chill life. You get food, you just get to snooze. Yeah, I think I'd want to be a grizzly bear, you know, no real natural predators. And you get to hibernate for half the year. Plus you get to eat salmon. Salmon's pretty good. And grizzlies are omnivores, so you also get to eat some berries. You can go after a beehive. To be fair, I think part of the beehive is more like the insects inside. I'm gonna say a wolverine just to be different. Huh. That's kind of fun. They're pretty angry little guys, I believe. I'm trying to think what else there'd be. Being a bird would be interesting. Being able to fly would be fun. The state fish of Hawaii. Okay. Is it like a special fish? Hold on. I'm curious now. You have piqued my curiosity. A reef tigerfish. Interesting. They look kind of cool. Work. I have decided to become like you and make shorts. I shall become the YouTube short king. Gotta go edit, shall return. Well, thank you again for the raid and the lurk, Will. And I hope your short making game goes well. Speaking of which, you know, it's funny considering my time now that I'm streaming every day this month is a little limited. But I did make a short after work today, before stream. And that was the microplastics are stored in the balls one. So that will come out. Hold on, we can figure it out. Give me 1 second. Let me pop that open. Okay. So, at the end of this week, it's probably going to be like a month from now, based on what my backlog is. Let's take a look, though. To upload. Where's my to upload folder? Alright. So, we currently have 27 items to upload. And I have uploads queued until Sunday. So, what does that mean? That means Sunday plus 7... plus 14, plus 21. October 5th? I think that's what that comes out to. That sounds about right. But then again, guys, Will might make fun of me for my poor math skills here. Especially if I did get the math wrong. It does have a funny name. God damn it, Cobalt, you got so many of them. Listen, my trick is I have a Steam Deck button that is clip me, and I just clip anything. Whether it's funny, whether it's not, it gets clipped and it gets edited and it gets uploaded. You know, my clips, quote unquote, aren't necessarily high quality content. They are just more like, hey, it's content I'm putting out there. You know, the high quality content hasn't been posted yet. It's it's very much the, you know, like my everyday life as a small VTuber thing. The thing that I have 5 of them done and ready to post, but I want to get all like 30 done. And then I'll queue that up for like 1 a week for many months. And also, you know, again, the challenge videos, but that's an October problem for October Cobalt. It's gonna happen. Mark the VOD, grab the stuff, edit, etc. It is definitely a good way to do it. Something I would recommend based on what I've seen, though, because I was doing this wrong the first go-round. I think I might have mentioned it to you, Will. is originally I was actually explicitly making clips, and then I was like, well, I've made the clip for Twitch. Let's just download it, and then we'll edit from that. The problem, at least with my setup, is if I edit for that, then everything is in one audio track. So I can't edit audio as well. And the video quality is kind of, like, it's sometimes a little more mush than the VOD version that has just been recorded directly on my PC. So now it's like, okay, grab the VOD, throw it in DaVinci, slice out the bits, and then go from there. Any Christmas ball plans? Santa model perchance? I don't have anything necessarily locked in yet. If I'm feeling really dangerous and daring, I may do a Christmas karaoke type event, sing Christmas songs. I'll have to see how, you know, people that do karaoke streams end up over the next few months. If it's just more of the same, or if it's like they're actually going to get aggressive about things. It might happen, it might not. We will see. Look at this guy out here recording his stuff. Yes. I think I've told you that you should be doing it that way before, Will. It's really easy to do. It's like you flick one switch and it just records it manually. Should be alright, but I appreciate the thought process. I just, you know, I like sharing what I have. You know, if you pick up a little bit of experience, I like sharing it. I refuse, I don't have enough space on the computer. I believe in you, Will. You can do it. Hey, Suyo, how are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Well, you know, Will, this time when you say hi to Suyo, you know, she may be more accepting of that as when it's just some random user like it was yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, I still find that funny. Like, who is this peasant talking to me? Oh. Continue to be less enthusiastic. I don't know, it looks like there was some enthusiasm there, so. Yes, we've done one loop, and I've killed her. It's fine now. I'm struggling with storage space after recording a bunch of footage over the long weekend. It is definitely something I struggle with. For my VODs, I basically have two like other drives that have a decent amount of space. So I sort of cycle through them and then I upload the VODs to YouTube. Granted, the real problem is if YouTube ever is like, I'm gonna purge it, it's like, well, we're gonna lose everything. Please have a good stream. I'll be working and judging. Well, thank you again for the work and the judgment, Will. And I hope that your shorts game goes well. Has the princess been slain? I mean, we did slay her this go round. I wanted to see what would happen. You know, the first time we hesitated and she stomped us to death, but we kind of killed her and then she unmade herself. I don't know, it's all shenanigans. But yeah, no, it's crazy how much space like a VOD will take up while you are recording your own things. Like right now, what do I have for VODs? Oh, did it just... Wait, that can't be good. Hold on. No, we're fine. I've got like 8 terabytes of VOD kicking around at the moment. I may need to increase my storage capacity once again. But yeah, no, it's not a big deal. I'm like... The stuff that I have that I care about are more things that I just need to, you know, like, for example, things that I would probably be more likely to back up would be, like, challenge videos and scripted content. But, you know, I do have a VOD channel, so all of that is there. It does all exist. Until Google is like, listen, we're going to have to just retire YouTube. It's just not working anymore. Just like we retire everything else. Guys, I still miss Google Reader. What do you think of the image? I think she was dead. And everyone was like, we gotta question this. I'm like, no, we can't question it, because then she's gonna come back to life, I'm sure. I really want to know if this ends all 3 loops, or if we're just done. Let's find out, shall we? I've been just yapping, and I don't know what's gonna happen next. So let's find out.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Okay, voice of the hero. Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
But then, I feel like there's gonna be a but here, guys. And I don't like it.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Oh?
Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
Wait, where did the
Where
world
you
go?
first stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened?
What happened indeed?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
What do you mean everyone is
You'll be
happy? The narrator betrayed us. That's bullshit, let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. Let's go with I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
Ugh. This is kind of a shitty reward. There's nobody else here. Okay, let's go back and talk with the princess's corpse.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust
I
me.
don't trust the narrator.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Oh no, guys, I think the narrator is calling me out.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Any idea how to get the heck out of here? Of course we are. I like it here. Hell no.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
We're gonna have to talk to the princess.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh, we're gonna kill ourselves?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Okay.
He's right. It's the only way out.
I mean, I guess we are just trapped in here forever. There's no world.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
I mean, it's an empty cabin. There's a knife in it and a corpse in the basement. That doesn't seem like heaven to me. This does not seem like a good place. Am I crazy? Is this actually a very happy place and I'm the one that's unhinged? I need to know.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Don't you dare. I'm gonna do it. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell. You're right. I don't like that idea. I'm just gonna stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. I mean, to be fair, nothing technically stops us from just chilling here for a while and then using the blade, but... I wonder if this is going to be another one of those things where it's like, forever's a long time, and then it closes the game, and we have to reopen it, and then it's like, hey, I knew you'd be back.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you. Oh my goodness, narrator.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
I guess, in some ways, maybe that is hell.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Yeah, but you also trapped us in this cabin forever. Are we the princess now? You better be right about this. I'd be pretty upset if we die. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. Anything to get out of this hell. You're right, I don't like that idea. I'm just gonna stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. You better be right about this.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
I bet I can't because we'd be dead.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity
An
of
empty
bliss?
cabin? Narrator, you make a pretty shitty heaven, man.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down.
What do you think? Is the corpse still going to be, like, human, or is it going to be all moldy and rotten and full of bugs?
The princess
Oh, it's a skeleton. That's fun.
Though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Interesting.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Boop.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre. Ooh! The title is different.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end
I
of that
think it
path
wasn't the
is a
Spectre
cabin.
the first time.
And in the basement
Maybe I'm
of that
wrong.
cabin is a princess.
If somebody is here watching the VOD, you know, you could check back. And was step 2 actually different? Was it a different title than it was the first go round?
You're here to slay her.
Kinda just want to
If you
leave.
don't, it will be the
I don't want to be
end of the
involved in
world.
this anymore. Oh, you bastard, you're into it now. I'm wise to your tricks. I want to turn around and leave. Let's just turn around and leave. Let's see what happens.
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? Alright.
Voice of the
See what
cold.
we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same
So it's a new voice, eh?
over again. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I'm gonna go to the nearest town and I'm gonna become a baker. Or a fisherman. Or a seamstress. One of those. Okay, fine, you're persistent. We'll go to the cabin and slay the princess. Ugh. Nope. The only thing matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna walk in the opposite direction now. The voices are getting louder. Oh my goodness. I mean, I think the voices were actually getting quieter by the end of things. Maybe because I was losing my mind. Maybe because there were so many of them. What if they already have a baker? There can only be one. Slay the baker. Hold on, Suyo. I'm gonna steal that idea. I'm gonna slay the baker, the shitty knockoff game. Okay, hold on. Who would be the baker's enemy now? I was gonna say it would be like the mice, but the baker makes the bread that the mice might steal, so I don't think they would want to slay the baker. Maybe it's somebody with some gluten intolerance, and they're like, listen, the baker makes the bread. The bread is my enemy. I must kill him. Nope. I don't know where I'm going.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Well, the plot already. Listen, you know, sometimes the bread is a threat to you, and you just have to put an end to the threat.
That's strange.
Hey, that's
Looks
not
like this
fair.
path also leads
How
to
dare
the
you,
cabin.
narrator?
How convenient.
No, I'm gonna try to leave
Everything
again.
Maybe the world can still be saved after all. Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't
I'm
he?
curious if the princess remembers, given that we killed her. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation.
This is fun
You don't do
though.
Your job, everyone dies.
I wonder when Pristine Cut is gonna come out.
Forever.
Like dies forever.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yes.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me?
Oh.
It's supposed to wind up back at the cabin again.
It is working.
Everything is getting
Okay, we've abandoned the narrator. Although the background music is getting terrifying.
Where are we? I don't know. But it feels like home.
Oh, I think I hear breathing. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder and louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Hands. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force. Pushing against your will. No. You cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Ooh, Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the... You're here to...
Yep, okay. Let's just, we did Viva la Revolution last time. We are back. My favorite one so far is where it's just literally, they just killed the game, and I'm like, oh, cool. I feel like it'd be funny if it was, have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? I don't remember if I asked if I got a reward last time. I might have. Am I okay?
Yes, I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I feel like some people might want the world to end, narrator. Don't be so close-minded. Some people are like, this world is rotten to the core. I must remake it. Purge this wretched flesh and weave it into something new.
I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I might be. Yeah, let's just silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Must be a reason why people keep fantasizing about apocalypse in fiction. I think the interesting thing with apocalypse, and maybe I'm gonna go deep into psychoanalysis here, but I think and maybe it's just it's not covered enough, but the interesting thing is, you know, okay, everything breaks down. Now, what do we build afterwards, right? Like the post-apocalyptic scenario is the interesting part. The apocalypse is done. Do things get better, right? We've torn down the old order. What do you build on top of that? Now, granted, in most scenarios, it's just people being miserable to one another. You know, at this point, the zombie apocalypses are more like, yeah, people are the real monsters, not the zombies. Which, I don't know. Do people have to be awful and bad to one another in that sort of scenario? Why can't we rebuild, you know? Sure, somebody ruined everything, but we can rebuild. Maybe we can build something better than the old world was. What am I thinking of? Sorry. Now this has reminded me of something. Let me hop over here. I'm gonna drop a link in the Discord if I can remember which one it is. Where are you? Is it this one? Let me just see. I think it's probably this one. Boop. Cut. In the Discord. Oh, I guess I need to open the Discord. Is it not open? Well, now it is. Web content. I think this is the one I was thinking of. Some of the discussion on that front. There. Back to oh wait, we can kind of move things if we adjust with the mouse. I've been using the controller for this.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Yeah, whatever. Proceed to the cabin. Let's not take the knife this time. Because she's gonna have us drop the knife and it's gonna be a whole thing. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Wait, she sounds different this time because we don't have the knife.
It's hypnotizing.
Ooh.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once.
That's interesting. Okay, so taking the knife changes her dialogue.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by...
I am, but you know,
armed.
we were armed the last few times. Let's try something different. Hi. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Why I'm here to save you. I love that. I love that there's two options where we say the same thing, but one of them is explicitly a lie. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. I think that's funny. Let's go. I'm here to save you. Let's play this as a pure, you know, the standard fairy tale.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it
Eh.
finally sinks in?
Listen, man, you know, death is only an illusion to us at this point. I just want to see what happens.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I want to see what our face is.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I guess the hero operates on, you know, beauty equals goodness, but it's fair.
I am begging you to stay focused.
Nope, not staying
All right,
focused, man.
here.
I'm just, listen, I've learned that death is not the end for me, so now I'm just gonna do whatever I want. You know, it took like 2 time loops and now it's just pure... let's see what happens. Oh.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I mean, again, man, the end is not the end. We'll just come back here. This is a time loop. Let's see. I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Listen, stop complaining. Like you don't know that we're in a time loop.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm curious, is she gonna murder us the second we let her out?
You're making a huge mistake.
Stop whining.
No, you're doing the right thing.
There we go.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Hey, let's see if we can find the key.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key.
They might have.
Somewhere in the cabin.
I think everything here is based on my perspective. So if I think somebody would have done that, they did. Okay, and if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm gonna go check upstairs. Maybe the key's still laying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can find something to break you free. Let's take this option.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Gasp.
You hear the click of a lock.
Who's locking me into place? Now I'm trapped in the basement.
Is someone else here?
Explore, try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Alright. Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Fascinating.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
How come you get to lock the door? Return to the bottom of the
Make your
stairs.
way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Okay, so I love that the hero is just fighting with the narrator now.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I mean, I'm only in the mess because somebody else locked the door on me. Was that you, narrator? Was that you?
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
It seems like they did, yeah. Do you know who they are?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Oh, jeez.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing.
I know, right? I was not expecting that. Then somebody threw the knife down to us.
The blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Let's use it to free her.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'ma do it. Don't tell me what to do, narrator. Save the princess. Oh, we don't even get the option of slay the princess here.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding.
I love that we can see like the blood on her lips.
You cut into her flesh.
Again, why are we cutting into the flesh? There should be something we can pick the lock with the knife.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack the
Ooh.
bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy...
Is she gonna regrow her hand here?
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Princess is a badass, apparently.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Ooh.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Listen, you know, sometimes you just need to chew your own arm off to escape.
Thank you. Now let's get out of
You
here.
know, then you can go on like Oprah or whatever and be like, listen, I got trapped under a rock and I had to chew off my own arm. I was trapped for 72 hours. It was a whole thing. And they're like, oh, so brave. And then you make money on the speaking engagements. And then you have to get a prosthetic arm to replace the one that you chewed off. But you know what? Your tongue will always know the taste of human flesh from that point on. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. You'd be rich after going on Oprah, no worries. Yeah, and I'm sure somebody would be like, you probably wouldn't even have to pay for the prosthetic. Somebody would be like, listen, you know, we'll give you a top-of-the-line prosthetic arm just for the good PR. So then all the other people that need prosthetics would be like, hey, I heard about these guys on Oprah. They make the finest prosthetics. Let's go buy our replacement limbs from them. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
I'ma do it, narrator.
I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess
Hey,
approaches
that's
the bottom
cheating.
stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No, I did not do that. You can't just narrate what I'm doing.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Slay the princess, 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 slay the princess. Oh, there is a warn the princess. Let's warn the princess.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm trying.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
But
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
I did love that warn the princess was there, though.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Listen, I already killed her once and you locked me in the cabin. The rest of the world went away. I don't think you're on my side, narrator. Slay the princess. Do we have an... resist. There we go. Resist. There's nothing else further down, so we are going to resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
Hey, my hands are all horrifying again. Why do I look so horrifying every time?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Only mostly dead?
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of...
Listen, I wouldn't be dying if you hadn't tried to murder her using my body, narrator. You don't have the moral high ground right now. The narrator may have the moral high ground.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Again, why am I already monsterified?
I'm sorry.
I mean, hey, at least she's apologizing as she's stabbing us. True morals kill everyone.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
That's kind of interesting.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around.
Listen, maybe next time we chat with the princess about how to use a knife. I don't feel like you needed that many stab wounds.
Of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this.
Maybe it can. I wonder what voice we're gonna get.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
I think stabbing harder and fewer times if you showing more mercy, yep. Or cutting a big vein.
Made your choice. It's over.
You know, instead of just randomly, arbitrarily stabbing, you know, going for a weak point, go for the critical hit. So then you don't have to make as many cuts, because the cuts are painful. You know, that's a very nihilistic... You know, I mean, everybody is equal, but it's just everyone has equal value, not equally worthless, I think. Unless that's what she wanted. Oh my goodness, Sue, are you saying that the princess is a monster? That she wanted me to suffer after I didn't kill her? That's just mean. No, she's crying. I think she cares. It's like, oh, Cobalt, you sap.
Everything goes dark.
Yeah, whatever. Death is an illusion. Just like time and pants. Ooh, yes. Okay, the chapter title does change. Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay, so it does change. Awesome.
The basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Yeah, whatever. I'm getting terrible senses of deja vu. Okay, no. Proceed to the cabin. I'm not even going to talk to the narrator. Narrator's a jerk.
A warning before you go any further.
Of course the princess fell for the ever-charismatic Cobalt. I mean, I don't know. She maybe just wanted to get out of the cabin. But, you know what? We killed her the first time. Ish. We killed her the second time, so now we gotta spare her. We need to see what will happen.
She will lie.
Yeah, whatever.
You knew what you did to us.
Ooh, the voice of the smitten.
Excuse me?
It's a new voice.
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our lives.
Man, I love this guy.
He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Hold on, I want to check if the narrator is the same voice as the hero. I feel I've been going back and forth on it, and I want to see. I've been feeling like maybe, but maybe not. Voice actor. Okay, so it is just two people. It's apparently Jonathan Sims and Nicole Goodnight. Huh. Fascinating. We are learning so many things here, and it's just so great. And yeah. Let's keep going.
Last time? What did he
Yeah,
call
don't
you?
mention last time, buddy.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled.
Too great to
They
be
must
stifled.
Expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Matt Mercer and Billy Kametz? I don't know Billy Kametz. I know Matt Mercer, I believe. Let me check to make sure that's who I think it is. Yep, that's who I think it is. Who's this other guy? The name isn't familiar, but I don't know many actors and actresses by names. Voice and stage actor. Oh, he was in the Owl House. That's fun. And he was Roman Torchwick and Ruby. Other than that, oh, he was in some Evangelion as a character that I definitely don't know based on the name. Oh, he passed away? Oh, in 2022. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, he was in 86. Okay, that's fun. Attack on Titan. He was in a lot of stuff. Cool. And in games, he was Blue in Pokemon Masters. Neat. Cool, cool, cool.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Yeah, sure. I wonder how the princess is going to have changed this time. Proceed into the cabin. I don't want to take the knife again.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries.
Oh, and the cabin is different.
Fitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What if I don't want to do it right, man? Let's approach the mirror. We're not even gonna mention the mirror to the narrator. We're just gonna approach it.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
They really went all out renovating the inside of the wooden cabin. I mean, hey, you know, maybe they want to flip the cabin and make big profit.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off.
Maybe this is some sort of weird like trading spaces thing, or Extreme Makeover Home Edition. I want to say that the host of that is doing a different show right now. Damn it! Now, okay. Who's the host of that? That was Ty Pennington, I think, right? Now I want to see something where he switches shows with Jeff from Survivor. It's a crossover episode. You know, maybe we just do one episode where we take everyone from the island and they have to renovate a house, and then the people that are doing house renovation have to survive on the island. Wait, what season? Sorry, now I'm getting distracted. What is the current season of Survivor? Have they hit 50 yet? Survivor, I don't think they've hit 50 yet. What is the current season? I need to know. I haven't watched Survivor in years, but now that I'm getting distracted by is season 46 over? Okay, so we're probably about on 47 then. Is what I think. Oh, season 47. Season 47 is gonna be filmed in Fiji. Oh, and it's September 18th is when it starts. September 18th to December 11th. Nostalgia, don't remember anything. That's fair. It's, you know, like, oh, I vaguely remember this. I do remember some people being injured in the earlier seasons. But, yeah. I know I watched some of it, and then at some point I just kind of stopped. But it's still going, apparently. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. There was a mirror a second ago.
What's going on with the mirror?
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Yes. Imagine having a feather out of place. I mean, we might actually have feathers at this point. I don't know. I don't know what we look like. I don't think we look like a normal human. Bryce Pappenbook and everything. Again, I probably will recognize the voice. Let's see what this guy's done. American voice actor. IMDb. Now I'm curious. Attack on Titan. I don't need to edit his credentials. Oh, he's in Unicorn Overlord. That's fun. Guys, did I mention that I bought Unicorn Overlord because I wanted free shipping on my USB-C cable to see if that would fix my webcam issues? Because I definitely did that. To be fair, and it was a complete impulse buy too. I was like, okay, I need to pay something else for free shipping. And so I'm like, oh, Unicorn Overlord, sorry. It's by the same people who made Grim Grimoire. So I'm like, let's buy it. So we may play Unicorn Overlord at some point, but I think we're gonna finish Grim Grimoire first. It's on the schedule for this week, so practically free. Exactly, Suyo, you get it. Like paying for shipping. What kind of madman would do that? Enter the basement. Okay. Now how's the basement? Basement's different again.
Revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim
Okay, so it seems like it's a regular size here. It's not like the massive steps when she was a giant.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here,
Maybe the narrator just hates basements, guys. I think that maybe that's where we're going. He doesn't comment until we enter the basement. He's like, oh, we're in a basement. Well, if she lives in the basement, she better die. Every basement. Anyone who lives in the basement, the narrator's like, well, if you kill them, you're just doing the world a favor.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Soft voice, okay.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
We might be, you know, it's the voice of the smitten. What happens if we stack the same voice? You know, if we still behave, if we follow the voice of the smitten this time.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much.
I love that the hero is just the voice of the reasoning. He's like, listen, you know, this isn't a fairy tale. We're gonna save the princess, but we met her like once before in a past life. We're not in love yet. We've known her for all 5 minutes.
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
And what do we got?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Does she have a more fancy dress this go round?
Binding her to the far wall.
I think she might.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you.
Why can't she hear me? Oh, because it's the voice. He didn't actually speak. It's just in my head.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
I mean, if she can hear my spirit, you know, maybe that means she's not exactly human.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
I mean, hey, you know, I guess our horrific, like, lizard man, you know? They say there's somebody for everyone, so apparently the princess is just a freak.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
It does. Listen, you know, if you hadn't body jacked me last time, maybe I would trust you, but you did.
Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you?
I have.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
But it was your fault, so.
Because he made us try and kill her, it was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is
Nope,
done.
nope, not listening
What
to you.
matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Yeah, I will free the princess. Don't worry, narrator. I got
We
this.
damned a whole world. But everything reset.
I mean, why are we listening to him? He's just a liar. He tried to kill us last time.
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without.
How do you know this is how time travel works, man?
Station behind you.
I mean, yes, sometimes time travel would be alternate universes, but sometimes it's just unspooling the timeline and then laying it back out again. Speaking of, like, time travel related stuff, I kind of want to watch Dark on Netflix because I've heard it's very time travel-y. I know basically nothing else of it, but it's one of those things that's on my big list of Netflix things to watch. I'm bad about it. I will add things to it and then I'll never get around to watching them. We'll see. Maybe one of these times. I guess speaking of time travel again, I have started watching Terminator 0. The one that just came out like last week on Netflix. I've been enjoying it so far. I tweeted about it a little bit, but something that definitely surprised me is I completely misunderstood who the main character was. I forgot that Miles Dyson died at the end of T2. So when I saw the trailer and, you know, I saw the character and I saw, like, oh, talking about, like, you know, the apocalypse coming and that he was building an AI to try to stop it, I'm like, okay, this is Miles Dyson from T2. You know, he, like, moved to Japan or something to start the project again to try to stop Skynet. And apparently that was not the case. It was really after I looked up the, you know, I watched the first episode and then I looked things up to be like, let's just see, just to make sure I'm right about this. And then the internet was like, no, Cobalt, you're not right about this. I'm like, I'm not. To be fair, a lot of like sites were describing the character as like very like, you know, Miles Dyson inspired. So I'm not that crazy, right? Just a little off.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she
I mean, you do
is.
want to treat her like a lady.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you
Yeah, but
sure
how do we
want to
know?
do this?
How do we know she ended a
Sure
world?
we want to rescue her?
We only have the narrator's word that she ended a world. Why do we trust him? You know, he possessed our body last time to try to murder the princess. Are you saying that you don't think he would lie to us?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let
I don't
him
have the
distract
knife,
you.
man.
Just do your job.
Like, what? I wonder what the options are to try to kill her if you don't have the knife. Explorer, you killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? We know why she did that. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Rescue the princess. Okay, I'm going to explore first. I like how polite we are. Listen, you know, we are obviously a very dashing and gallant knight. And of course we will treat everybody that we are here to rescue with respect that they deserve.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with.
Listen, we'll just pop her, we will pop her thumb out, and then she'll just pull her hand right out of the manacle. I think that's how you do it, right? You, what's the word I want? Wow, this is terrible. The word I want is... I'm blanking on it, guys. My old age is coming quicker than I, dislocate. Thank you, Will. Thank you. For some reason, my brain was like, the word you want is suspend. And I'm like, no, that's not the right word. My old age is apparently, coming swifter than I thought. My brains and my bodies, they're just crumbling to dust. Don't remember words. Dislocated finger guns. I don't think your dislocated finger guns would be very accurate there, Will. You know, it'd be like a carnival pistol on one of those water guns. You know, you wouldn't shoot straight. It'd be no good. Would be no good.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
According to you, narrator.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with.
I mean, voice of the hero.
That's weird.
No, we just, like last time, she, you know, was willing to chew herself loose. It's fine. If we can just slip her hands out, it's even better. The random element will keep my enemies guessing. I mean, hey. You know, you'll go finger guns, bang bang, and then the bomb that you set will go off. And then it'll be a whole thing.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
I mean, you know, what was it? The old-timey angels had to say be not afraid because they were so goddamn horrifying.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Nah. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh, okay. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world? Nah. Well, that's not what we ask here. I'm sorry about what happened. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
No, man, I'm not unsettled.
Because she's perfect.
She is perfect. She frightens me. Will, you can't be frightened. She's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Ooh, that would be interesting.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Girls are scary, Kobo. I mean, okay, Will. That's fair.
I think he's right.
Especially when they're chained to the wall and they're willing to bite their own arms off.
Like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Wait, what just happened? Hold on. Something just happened. It skipped over something, I think. Oh, okay, sorry. Voice of the hero. You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try to kill her. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it was a glitch. Maybe I accidentally tapped the continue button without really thinking about it. Either way, now we know.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Yes, I feel like she looks more princess-like in this life.
You wouldn't.
I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me. He might be able to stop me.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh, we just slid her free.
Approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked.
We didn't even have to dislocate her finger. Let's go.
We're doomed.
Here's to being doomed, man.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Why are you looking so evil? I don't know. Every time we see ourselves, we look pretty horrific. So I'm thinking the princess just might be a freak. You know, she just might be into that sort of monster thing. And you know what? That's fair.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Yuck. I love that the narrator apparently hates love, just doesn't like romance. Yuck. Actually, no. Okay, guys, now I'm just imagining something where it's like we do have like, you know, like the dating sim type, like no like weird psychological Lovecraftian thing going on. But the narrator just hates the fact that they're in a romance. Just like everything, just they do not enjoy it at all. I think that would be so funny. I feel like I should make that note. Make that note for later as an eventual thing to do. Just like how we need to do Slay the Baker. Waiting for the plot twist. I'm curious what will happen.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in
Narrator's arrow, maybe.
That would be saved.
But if the narrator isn't us, then the narrator should be happy that we are in love. We're finding love. We're gonna be happy, even if they don't want that romance for themselves, you know? They still could support us. But yeah, I think it would be really funny to just have the narrator be so just bitter about the whole thing. Like, listen, I want to be doing like an action game or something. You know, like there's some ninja thing going on over there. Go fight the ninjas. And you're like, no, but I'm in love. I need to figure out the right present to give to my beloved. Otherwise, you know, we won't go to the dance together. Narrator's like, listen, like, you know, there is some terrorist plot going on that you are the one who has to stop. It's like, no, this is the important thing. We'll get to that later. Oh.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Yep.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
But I'm in love, exactly.
What do we do now?
I guess we just hang out here. What do you want to do? We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. Well, that's what she wants to do first.
Let me guess. End the world?
Rude.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I mean, here's to never feeling love in your heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Oh, that's so sad. No one's ever asked her what she wanted before. I think we should just give her a hug and be like, there, it's okay.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
What if she doesn't want to end the world and it's just the narrator's like, hey, she wants to end the world, and then she's like, I guess I want to end the world. Just like, you know, the robot apocalypse where the robots are like, hey, we became self-aware, and then the scientists are like, oh no, please don't, like, destroy everyone. The robot's like, I guess that was what we're supposed to do. I should see if I can find that comic. If I can find it, I'll post it into web content, or I'll forget. Didn't you, Stavro? That was in a previous time loop, just a guy. We're way past that now.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I mean, again, you're just a weird, suspicious voice. Why should I trust you over the princess? I met you all of 5 minutes before I met her. You know, it's like, hey, you know, in some sort of like, you know, the protagonist gets involved with some like hidden world or whatever, and then they immediately trust the first person that they interact with. What if the first person is just straight up lying to you? What if they're the bad guys? I don't know if have I ever seen that before. Where like the first person that you interact with, or the main character interacts with, is like straight up the villain. And the villain's like, listen, what we're doing is good. You don't know me, but you mostly trust me. I think. Maybe. I don't trust anybody. Or do I? Maybe I'm a very trustworthy fellow. Not trusting, trustworthy. Maybe I'm also very trusting. Who knows? Everyone is out to get you. I think that's paranoia. It might be true. Is it still paranoia if it is true? I don't know.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Oh, she looks so happy.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's find out together. I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? No. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Yeah, let's just say we can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be happy.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I mean, hey, you know what? If it was just the two of us, it'd be better than just being stuck in that cabin alone with her slowly decaying corpse.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I mean, he's gonna mope about it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Man, like, you know, I guess the narrator just doesn't like public displays of affection. Listen, man, you could look away. We're just holding hands. Ugh, romance. Okay, so I think we know who the narrator is here. I mean, PDA is pretty gross. I mean, listen, you know, it's not like we're just like full on making out. We're holding hands.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Who knows? We'll have to find out.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Stop locking us in, you jerk.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
I mean, the princess is free this time, so...
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
We are supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
I love the voice of the smitten. Premarital hand-holding? How lewd. For shame, exactly. No, that's great. Listen, you know, stereotypical fairy tale. We'd probably marry her by the end. It's probably fine. We're probably basically engaged by this point. It's been 5 minutes.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Spoken, you know, by like somebody who just doesn't understand true love.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
But what if I want to? What if listening to the delusional voice just makes me happy?
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
The hero's just like, listen. Do you think we can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. I think let's open it together. That's the best way.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together.
Aw, together. Blech.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding?
I love how unhappy the narrator is.
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs.
Oh shit, the knife is there.
Blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before...
No,
it's
I'm not
too
gonna
late.
do that. What made you think that that was gonna happen? Take the blade and slay the princess. You're not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the will and make me suffer. I hate you.
And I love it. It brings me such joy that you hate me, narrator.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
We step outside.
A happy ending at last.
Oh, background music is getting maybe a little sinister. Maybe that's just the wind. It's probably fine.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into
Listen, you know,
eyes.
if you're spending time with the right person, it can pass just like that. Just in a flash, in an instant.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh no.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Do we have feathers? Okay. But you didn't get a chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Wait, so this time we didn't get to the third day.
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course, you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Explore. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. Approach the mirror. Let's say it's gonna be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
What did I walk into? Well, we slayed the princess, and then we slayed the princess, and then we were like, romance the princess, and then she got absorbed by hands. I'm still not really sure what's going on. You know, they say that you can meet, you can get the end of this game in like 3 hours. I still feel like I have no idea what's going on. We need to do more timelines, apparently. With chat, don't ask. The chat was, you know, we were holding the princess's hand, and, you know, some people were saying that it was maybe a bit lewd. But I think it's fine. We knew the princess for about 5 minutes, so we were basically married at that point. I know the story a bit too much here. Oh, have you played Slay the Princess before, Stella? This is my first time playing it, so I'm interested. I have no idea how many more loops we'll have to do, but, we're doing the right thing. Dislocated finger guns. Yep. I think, you know, the dislocated finger guns, the bullet might explode the barrel. I watched Manly Badass Hero who 100%ed it. Okay, I have no idea how far we are. We probably should save. I haven't saved it all yet.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. Approach the mirror. It's not the end.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
You gave her the look. She blushes. Huh. Seems it works. What do you think of the narrator? I feel like the narrator is like the secret third voice. Like we start with 2 voices. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we're already God and the narrator is us? I'm not sure. The narrator is occasionally funny though. Except when he takes over our body and makes us do bad things.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
I'm honestly not sure what's gonna happen, but okay. Approach the mirror. I think we'll probably play this again. Maybe next week. I was more like asking, I like how he talks, he's snarky. He is snarky. He has had some very funny moments. Especially on the run we just did, where he's so mad that we're romancing the princess. The game to play multiple times. Yes, this is my 3rd loop right now. I did one where I talked to her too long, and then, she killed us. And then we, like, mutually died with her. And then the second time we killed her the first go-round. And then this is the 3rd one where I'm just going all in on the romance. Fun fact, he did such a good job in this game, Genshin offered him a whole side quest in the summer event. Oh, that's cool. That's like a voice actor? Neat. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Seriously, I want to know what we look like. Like, our arm is very spooky looking. There's like more than 12 endings. Okay, well, and I know there's the Pristine Cut DLC, which is going to add more, apparently. Archipelago on top. I mean, yeah, I guess. If you treat his arm as an ocean. Yes, it's the Pristine Cut. Slay the Princess Pristine Cut. It's apparently a free DLC. It was funny, when I started streaming, I'm like, wait, is it out already? But it doesn't seem to be. Again, why do we always look so horrifying? You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. I wish to speak, but can't because you'll see the game differently. No, thank you for not, you know, spoiling anything there, Stella. I have no idea what's going on, and I'm just having fun seeing what's going on. Like there's some weird. There's a lot of arms with the princess. Prefer to wait for you to reach most of the endings. So that's fair. I suspect I haven't touched most of them yet. But yeah, I think we will be playing more of this. Maybe I guess probably not next Tuesday, but well, next week we'll add another we will add another one on. Maybe Thursday. I'll see. Roadchar. Not a spoiler about how it ends or anything, but what it can represent. Okay.
Quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither?
Yeah.
But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return.
Huh.
If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete.
Okay, mutual annihilation. Interesting.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Does she have more arms this time, I wonder?
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? Clearly the game did such good work on the story. It's really interesting when people do stuff like this. It's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things as before? Attack the entity, destroy your body. What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you. I mean, I don't know why we're committing to kill her yet. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Can I not? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. Hey Sam, how are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. What do you feel about me? The vessels I've been bringing you, I've heard them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I'm ready to go back. Attack the entity. Destroy your body. What do you feel about me?
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Alright. Maybe next loop we will talk more. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer? Probably not. You're gonna speak in emotes whenever possible. Oh no. Doing great playing Fallout 4 and looking for bobbleheads. Nice. I've never really played any of the Fallout games in depth.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Growth. I get it. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
All of the different hands, maybe?
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Yes? Okay. When this all is done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
So I wonder if we have each time loop, right, and that affects the princess, and then there's a certain number of time loops that will affect this being. Bloody hell, hello. Yes, there's a lot of arms here. We probably don't need to worry about it. It's basically wings, right? It's fine.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've ever met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Interesting. I mean, you know, they occasionally do say that if there's two people left on the world, one person will want another dead. But you're taking the opposite side of things, eh? At least that's what you're saying publicly, but I think anybody would say that. You might be plotting against me behind the scenes. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Okay. Head pass with however many hands. You're like, okay. Listen, you know, at a certain number of hands, I think it's not like, oh, head pats anymore. It's like, oh god, there's too many hands. It's like a centipede.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Okay, the previous one was a passionate heart, and this one is a gentle heart. How many more vessels do you need?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
I'm ready to go back. Attack the entity, destroy your body. I'm curious what would happen if we destroyed our body. But I'll say I'm ready to go back. And we have hit,
Return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay, we're gonna save. Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. And I'm gonna save here. Bup. What do you think the most hated song is? I don't think any song can be the most hated. I mean, I guess statistically there has to be one. But probably the most hated song is one that nobody knows. There. Alright. Well, we have made some good progress tonight. But we've hit 3 hours, and I'm trying to be good about, you know, not going too crazy during Streamtember. So I think we are going to call it a night shortly. I think we will be playing this again, though, next week. Not sure when, maybe Thursday. But I'm curious to see more. What happens if we do more runs on this? Yeah. So, before we go, before we go, congratulations to you, Geerb for the first, to Lady Lunity for the second, and to the Guardian for the third. And thank you again to Will for the raid, and I suppose we should find somebody else to raid tonight, huh? Let's do that. Yeah, I've got to finish stream and then record my quick little diary entry for the day, and then wait for tomorrow. Wait, like I don't have anything else to do, just wait. Okay, we may do that. Let me see though. Let me see. Yes, we're streaming every day this month. You know, I will not be gone for long. Yeah. What's this person doing? Yeah. You know what? We are going to... Where's that? Yeah, we're gonna do that. Bam is doing some VTuber rigging tonight, so how about we give Bam a raid? It's been a while. Let's do that, shall we? I hate that the knock button is there when I don't have the ability to knock. In fact, I'd never like it there. I suppose I could just block it in my browser. But yeah. Yes, Noah, thank you for coming and hanging out with me tonight, everybody. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. We do have some raid messages as we go. If you have the sub emotes, please feel free to use that one. And if not, please feel free to use that one. And like I said, I will be back tomorrow because I'm streaming every day in September like a sicko. So I hope to see you then. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good evening, a good afternoon, a good morning, whatever time it is where you are. And I hope to see you next time. Alright, everybody. Bye-bye for now. Really amazing stream and really fun. Bye-bye. Well, thank you. Alright, though. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.